Farrell right side of the lane. In the corner, Gibbs 4-3. Got it!
Really good bounce back. Love it. We went a great rhythm, and we needed that. I thought we did a better job. We turned it over a little early playing fast. Then we picked our spots, pushing it, backing it off a little bit, and being patient in the half court.
A beautiful shot by Rex Pfluger. Now out to Farrell, 4-3. Got it! Colson baseline bounce pass Farrell in the lane to Torres for the two-handed jam. Mike Brey's homecoming is successful. They beat Delaware 92-68. Hello again, Irish fans. Happy New Year and welcome to this week's edition of Inside Notre Dame Basketball with Mike Brey. I'm Jack Nolan, and Coach, since we last appeared on television, you played your final 4 non-conference games. You won 3 of them. Lost to IU was tough, but the big picture is you got into that offensive rhythm you were hoping to get to.
Was a disappointing loss against Indiana, no question about it. But I do like how we're playing offensively. We're moving, we're starting to score the ball at another level, we're pushing it down the floor. That bodes well for ACC play.
And of course, this whole sequence began with a trip down memory lane for Coach that was a little bit stressful. We'll show you why when we go back to Delaware, where Coach's head coaching career began 23 years ago. How emotional was going back to Delaware for you?
I thought I'd handle it better than I did. It was a bit of a distraction. It was stressful. It was really neat to see a lot of familiar faces, people that really set me up to be successful as a head coach. It was certainly very, very special to see Coach Inglesby, and his team played well.
And Coach Inglesby's recruiting well. It was a great atmosphere, and his team played well. They stayed with you. They actually led for about 3 minutes midway through that first half.
No, they played very well. He has got a good young crop. He's playing them. They just happen to be young. I don't really want to play them when they get older, but it was a great atmosphere. The building was sold out, brought back a lot of memories, and I'm so proud of Martin Inglesby, the coach that he has become.
You had to score the last 5 points of the half to give yourself a little breathing room. A bucket by Colson and a big 3 by TJ Gibbs gave you an 11-point halftime.
Yeah, I thought we really got going, and that was one of the first games we want to start pushing the ball and really running. Matt Farrell was pushing it. We got some stuff in transition those last 3 or 4 minutes. TJ Gibbs' 3 gives you great momentum at halftime.
And you carry that momentum into the second half. A 19-9 run early in the half gave you a 21-point lead just 7 minutes into the half.
Yeah, we really started the second half well, and Rex Pfluger was so good, Jack, in that segment. He really was. He didn't score in the first half, but man, was he part of that run in the second half.
And Bonzi always shows up, 19 points, 12 rebounds, his 5th double-double. Twice I saw him spin through low-post double teams. I've never seen that before.
I have never seen him split double teams. He gets doubled a lot, but that was a first. He may be the only guy in the country that can split a double team and score.
And also, just as important, Farrell and Gibbs attacked the basket. They combined for 45 points and 9 3-point baskets.
When those two guards are attacking and scoring and playing downhill, we can compete with anybody in the country.
All right, you and Martin usually speak. You didn't speak in the week leading up to the game. What have you talked about since?
Well, I just told him how proud I was of him after the game, and I gave him a call a couple days later, and since then he's had some very good wins too. I just want to tell him how proud I was of him, and to stay the course with his philosophy, playing his young guys, letting them play through mistakes.
So the Irish beat Delaware 92-68. Delaware comes back to this building next year, by the way.
That's
going to be interesting.
They do.
So it was time for the Irish to go home, take exams. That's always critical. We'll update with Coach on exams, and we'll take a look at Notre Dame's game with Indiana in the Crossroads Classic right after this. All right, again, for fans, they don't watch exams. They know they're going on, but they're so critical. How'd your team do?
Did great, Jack. We had a team GPA of 2.9. I was thrilled, as you know, and we've always talked how intense it is exam week. Finished well, finished strong. Everybody ready to go for the second semester now.
That's outstanding. A 2.9 is BB-, so that's pretty good.
That's pretty good, especially at this place.
Absolutely. Now, the last 3 years at the Crossroads Classic have been a maddening combination of outstanding play by your team with lapses that have led to 3 tough losses, none tougher than the one to IU.
Really was a tough one because we played so well. We had it won a couple times, and we just couldn't finish. Just some plays that weren't very smart under a minute. in the overtime that, when you don't make those, you kind of deserve to lose. So a gut punch for us in Indianapolis because we had it in our grasp a couple times.
Two teams were going back and forth in the first half. Then with 8 minutes left in the half, you went on a 13-0 run that gave you a 14-point lead. Things looking pretty good.
Yeah, and our offense is flowing, Jack. We're running, we're moving, we're making shots. We downshifted the lineup a little bit and played smaller, and it opened up the floor for some drives and some rolling ball screen footwork moves by Bonzi. So you felt good at halftime. They closed it a little bit at the end of the half, but you felt like you were in a good rhythm.
Now we talk about good stretches, especially of offense. Gibbs had 17 points. Bonzi recorded his 6th double-double, 29 points, 11 rebounds. Both had solid games.
Yeah, they were really good. They both played very, very well for us, played fearlessly in those situations. And, again, I'm thrilled, especially how TJ Gibbs is playing. This is a first-time starter. He's a sophomore. He continues to get confident.
With all the struggles, you still led until 13 seconds left in the game when Morgan tied it with a bucket inside.
Morgan hits one inside, and we do a great job coming right back down the floor and executing an entry, double drag, we call it, and Torres is wide open underneath, and Matty makes the delivery, and he gets fouled, and he just missed the free throws. I felt for him because Austin Torres has been part of a lot of wins and a lot of success in this program, and he's an improved free throw shooter, but he couldn't get those.
How did you get the team to shake this off?
It's one of those things where we know in league play we're going to take punches like this. We were hoping we wouldn't take any in non-league play, but we have. You got to flush it quick. We did have to deal with some blockouts and being a better rebounding team, which will be part of our practice plan the rest of the season. But you have to have a short memory, league play, non-league play, and I thought our group moved on quickly. We had a very good practice leading up to Dartmouth.
So it goes in the books as an 80-77 loss for the Irish. Time for them to head back home and get ready for a Tuesday night meeting with Dartmouth. All the highlights of the clash with the Big Green are coming up right after this. I know it was good for you guys to get back here into this building after 7 of your first 11 games on the road, and really good to feel comfortable here again because you need that comfort zone.
Well, Jack, we talked about we haven't played here much, and we haven't played well here. So I thought, especially these last 2 games before our Christmas break, to get into a rhythm, and I thought we did on the offensive end. Little did we know we were going to run into a Dartmouth team that was shooting the ball at a level that I haven't seen much on this floor.
Yeah, you guys shot 55% in the first half, and the game was tied at 33. It took an 11-0 run late in the half to give you some breathing room.
We did get a little, we downshifted our lineup, played a little smaller, and it gave us some breathing room there at halftime. But second half, Jack, they were impossible to get away from because of the big three-point shots. When you absorb 15 three-point shots like Dartmouth made, you usually lose. But that's how good our offense was, and it got to a point in the second half where I'm thinking we just have to outscore them. Thank God we did.
A big reason why you didn't lose, Bonzi Colson. In that 11-0 run I talked about, he had 8 of the points. He had 16 in the first half and was even better in the second half.
It's one of the great performances, 37 points. It's really one of the great performances. We've been waiting for his three-point shot to click in. His percentages have not been good up until the Dartmouth game. But man, did he hit some big ones. And when he starts to stretch the floor and make the three, he's almost unguardable then.
You shot 60% in the second half. You build the lead up to 16, but you talked about the 15 threes. They cut it to 3 with 4:36 left.
It was the most amazing swing I've been around. All of a sudden, it's a three-point game. Bonzi does a great job reading a set. They cheat it, and he nails a big 3 to kind of give us breathing room. But again, we had to score. I like in second halves on this court, we have scored 50 a lot. We've gotten into a really good offensive rhythm. Again, that offensive rhythm is going to be very important come ACC play.
You need everybody stepping up, but you've got a big too, and they've got to be big every night. So far, we've only talked about a Matt Farrell assist, but he had 22 points, including 4 threes and 6 assists.
He is in a very good offensive rhythm right now. He's hunting his shot, and he's hunting his shot early. There's no question us playing faster and him pushing the ball is helping.
Coach has said Notre Dame is going to have to outscore people on this floor a lot this year. Well, they outscored the Big Green 97-87, and here's what Coach had to say to his team in the locker room after the game.
some of those. I wonder what Liam's got. Get up.
Right side of the lane for the runner that's no good. And there's Gibbon for the power putback jam. And the Irish lead by 10. Up top, Colson. Colson for 3. Got it.
We were flowing offensively. We did what we needed to do. We had some game pressure on us. That's a hell of a win for us. Let's put 100 up on Thursday and head on home for Christmas. That's what I want from my Preston. That's our offense in this building. I need 100 for Christmas, baby. Can you deliver?
All right, 2 nights later, right back here on this floor against the very athletic Southeastern Louisiana team. You got off to a pretty good start. You built an 11-point lead just 6 minutes in.
You know, I liked our start. You know, that's not something we've been doing well, especially here. It was 11-6 quickly, and I liked that. And again, our offensive rhythm was very good. We were playing very good defense in that segment. We got some transition stuff.
You're becoming a team of offensive spurts. We've talked about a lot in the show. In this game, it was an 18-0 run that broke the game open.
Yeah, we can get into a really good offensive rhythm, and we can score it quickly, and you love that. That's a great weapon to have, and we certainly did that in the second half, early in the second half.
And this may be the first time you've done it early in a half, and then you haven't given the points back.
Yeah, we stayed on it, and that was growth. There's no question about it. You know, we continued to run. Our defense was excellent. Our zone defense was excellent. We did a better job blocking out and rebounding, something we got to continue to be good at as ACC looms.
You talk about Rex Pfluger and his value, and he did those little things again. 3 blocks, 3 steals, 5 rebounds, but he hit 3 threes and had a career-high 17.
You know, I thought it was a key night for him. You know, he was tied up a little bit in knots offensively and, you know, thinking about his shot too much. If he's got a good shot, just shoot it. He's driving the ball for us, and as always, he does all the little things to help his team win.
And I know on the radio I kept saying for Southeastern Louisiana, deep three, deep three. After giving up 15, you guys really pushed them away from the basket.
We did. We stretched it out there a little bit. Again, I thought we did a good job of matching up on shooters out of our zone defense. The other thing we do out of our zone defense is we're able to run out of that better. We kind of explode and get down the floor, and we had some great transition decisions, unselfish play in the second half.
So the Irish win their 10th game of the year, beating Southeastern Louisiana 86-50. Coach, you played at Northwestern State. You ever play these guys before?
I told the coach that I went to Hammond, Louisiana one night, and a senior guard, I was a freshman, he took my lunch money, Jack. He put it on me.
Wow, payback 3 decades later. This week's Ask Coach Brey question is coming up next. With both Matt Farrell and TJ Gibbs on the starting or white team this season, 6'7" sophomore swingman Nikola Jogo has been asked to serve as the point guard on the blue team, a role he has embraced and flourished in. Jogo is also earning more playing time in games, hitting big threes against both Delaware and Indiana, earning him the right to run this week's Inside Notre Dame Basketball Fast Break. First car you ever drove?
Honda Civic.
Who was your role model?
My dad.
Favorite NBA player?
Manu Ginobili.
One thing the public would be surprised to learn about you?
I'm a decent cook.
Favorite part of practice?
Playing 5-on-5.
Worst part of practice?
Warming up.
Which is better, coming up with a key steal, handing out a highlight film assist, or knocking down a critical 3?
Critical 3.
Maui.
Oh, warm, great, fun.
One thing you always hear from Coach Brey in practice?
Do not turn the ball over.
Assistant coach who is most like Coach Brey?
Balanis.
Toughest player to guard on the Notre Dame team?
Matt.
Best defender on the team?
Rex.
Best leaper on the team?
Me.
Best dunker on the team?
Me.
Worst dunker on the team?
John Mooney.
Best dresser on the team?
Me.
Worst dresser on the team?
John Mooney.
Best singer on the team?
Bonzi Colson.
Worst singer on the team?
John Mooney.
Beard growing competition, who wins, you or Coach Brey?
No question, me.
You know, I think Nick would beat me. There's something about the water in Canada that helps beard growth. So Nick has a better one than me, even though right now mine's in his league a little bit.
As we go to break, here's a look at this week's Notre Dame Ticket Exchange, powered by Vivid Seats Play of the Week. For this week's play, we go back to Notre Dame's final bucket of the first half of the game at Delaware, a transition 3 by T.J. Gibbs that gave Notre Dame its first double-digit lead of the game.
Kevin gets it off to Farrell. 13 seconds left. Farrell racing down the floor. Farrell right side of the lane. In the corner. Gibbs 4-3. Got it! With 6 seconds left in the half. And Notre Dame leads by double digits for the first time in the game, 38-27.
It's time now for the experts at TireRack.com. Question of the week for Coach Brey. And Coach, this week's question comes from Kirsten Auslin of Wakarusa, Indiana. Coach, will the Maui fashion statement ever surface at Purcell Pavilion?
You know what? I don't know if I could ever go shorts and a T-shirt here. Maybe an exhibition game next year. But, man, was that a comfortable, and it was a good luck look in Maui.
The conference season is finally here, and you start with 2 games on this floor against Georgia Tech and NC State this week, and it really is important for you guys to get off to a good start.
Oh, there's no question about it, especially here at home. You've heard me say over and over again, 1-game win streaks in league play are fabulous. If we could get to 1-0 and have success against Georgia Tech in the league that we're in, it would give us some real big confidence moving forward.
I got to tell you, I don't want to put pressure on you, but you've taken some punches in non-conference, and I tell people about the tough schedule, and everybody tells me I'm not worried because Coach Brey always finds a way.
Pressure's on again, right? You know what? I have a feeling we can figure this thing out again, and again, our leadership has been really good, and our guys are excited. You know, the one thing they look forward to is playing in the best league in college basketball, and here we go.
Here we go again. Coach, thank you very much. Folks, thanks for watching. That will do it for this week's edition of Inside Notre Dame Basketball. We're back next week to break down the Georgia Tech and NC State games. Until then, for Coach Brey, Happy New Year, everybody, and as always, go Irish.
Inside Notre Dame Basketball is presented by TireRack.com and brought to you by Team Notre Dame partners Coca-Cola, Under Armour, and Gatorade. Inside Notre Dame Basketball is also brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of Notre Dame Athletics, Vivid Seats, Canon, Xfinity, Delta Airlines, proud to be the official airline of Notre Dame Athletics, Nissan, Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, and SiriusXM.